Hello and welcome to the technical video for the Astra Light Panel LED light system at the Department of Film and Television, University of Bristol. Very simple in terms of putting this together. In your bag you will get an Astra Light panel here, and it will have a number on it, so please make sure it goes back in the correct bag. But very simply, it's one unit that you lift onto the light as so, and again you tighten the knob here, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so clockwise to tighten, and then that locks on. In terms of power, you'll get this cable here, which is a standard kettle lead to what we call a 16 amp socket, and there's two versions of this, male and a female. So you take the kettle lead and it goes into this side of the box, which is directly underneath the light. And then we provide you with an extension cable here, which is a 16 amp cable. So if I plug, this is a male and it goes into a female socket like so. And then this connects to what we call a 16 to 13 amp jumper. So 13 amp is standard domestic power, 16 amp is more for film and stage. So we connect that, and now we have our Astra Light panel connected to the kettle lead, connected to an extension, and then finally to the 13 amp, which plugs into the wall. So I'm going to take this and plug it in. So the Astra Light panel is a very, very simple light. All fits together without any hassle at all, really. It's one unit. Cable goes in here. And the controls are super simple as well. There's an on-off switch. You'll see a green light comes up, and then there's two dials. The top dial controls the color temperature from warm light, or light that you might find on a lamp in the sitting room, all the way to daylight, which is 5,600 Kelvin. And the other dial just controls the amount of light, the volume and the output of it. Now, one thing to bear in mind is it's quite a large unit. So if you get this to any sort of height, you're making your stand incredibly unstable. And whenever we see injuries with our equipment, it's to do with lighting. So do think very carefully about where you're putting this and how you're making it safe. And the other thing is to make sure with your cables, they're not running across somewhere where somebody might be walking. So if it is running across an area where you're going to have people moving to and fro, you want to tape the cable down, and you actually want the excess cable like this stowed at the bottom of the stand. So that if somebody does catch it with their foot, they're going to pull that cable, but before the cable goes tight and pulls the lamp on, hopefully they'll spot it. So just be aware, it's a heavy unit. If it's at height, it's going to cause you problems in terms of safety, and you need to think that through.